Yeah, I guess I never thought of it as a comeback, but yeah, I'm very excited to. I'm excited about this new music, and on one hand, it's fun to make the music, but you kind of discover the music when you have to perform it, and so I'm excited to discover this music on stage. Before the film slam, my life was mostly theater,
Yeah.
acting. And when I was in the acting conservatory at NYU, I started writing poetry. And it was from writing poetry and going to poetry readings in New York that I was eventually asked to publish a book and to participate in the making of this film Slam and to record music. It all came from poetry, but I was studying theater, so it came as a surprise. And so I kind of just decided that it would be really cool to explore these things, these possibilities that were open to me that I didn't know anything about. So Rick Rubin offered me my first album, possibility to make an album. Okay, I never wrote a song before, but that should be fun, you know, and MTV decided they wanted to publish a book of my poems. Okay. I kind of just went with the flow. Self-expression and creativity is important for me simply in the sense of balancing myself. You know, like it's a way of ventilation, of working out, of lifting weights, you know, thinking, dissecting, you know, analyzing, processing, and zoning out and tuning into music where you don't think as much, feeling. You know, it's more feeling and more intuitive. I'm really just trying to balance who I am, and I learned how to do those things through creative enterprises. So writing is therapeutic for me. Music is therapeutic for me. These are all things, you know, ways in which I save money from having to go to a psychoanalyst. Yeah, I'm gonna write a song or a poem about this thing I'm feeling, and maybe that'll help me through it. I have lots of opinions, and I don't see my voice as having more importance than anybody else's voice, you know, and I think that we all, in fact, I know that we all have a voice. We all have the potential to speak up and out about what we believe in and why we think it's important, and can speak up to inspire and encourage others to make moves towards the changes that we want to see. But yes, I come from a specific history, so to speak, coming from the United States as an African American, growing up, you know, being born in the 70s, growing up in the 80s, and hip hop, and, you know, experiencing the ongoing transition and racial evolution of America definitely had some weight on me. My parents were activists, and so there's something in me that does, you know, still see or think of the importance of speaking up when I see a microphone or a camera. Sometimes it is important, you know, to find a way to just to encourage or inspire. Yeah, I guess that's important, but I don't think of myself as a voice of freedom or something like that. I wouldn't begin to know how to think like that. I just speak my mind, really. The Arab Spring. I mean, I was extremely excited about what was happening in Egypt, Tunisia, Yemen, Syria. You know, to see this attempt, and in some cases successful attempt at transitioning a government through nonviolent means. Beautiful. And also a way of showing the rest of the world, like, the idea that you associate with Arab youth is not the true representation of who we are and what we want, you know? So don't let your machines of fear through media influence how you see us right now. I love that. As far as the intervention of the US, France, the UN, in places like Libya or now Cote d'Ivoire, I become more skeptical of government intervention, only because I know that what's happening in Libya is not only happening in Libya, but if we're only intervening in one place and ignoring it in another place, then I question why. And the answers that I get are, oh, because they have something that we need or want. And so I don't think that we should help people based on whether they live over an oil field or not. You know, I think that if we're going to help people, we need to help everybody. I enjoy the bon vivants, you know, you know, an apéro. Uh, you know, I enjoy, you know, I like the fact that work ends at a particular hour and it's now time to eat and to sit with friends and talk and to open a bottle of wine and all of that stuff. I really enjoy. I also enjoy the fact that I have so many guides and teachers who, whether they're teaching me about what wines I should try, what cheeses I should try, or reminding me of what exhibits are open and saying, haven't you heard of, no, I never heard of this artist. What, you never heard of this artist? Oh my God, you have to see this. And I have so many people exposing me to such great art and ideas and, you know, like, it's such, I find the Parisian so heavily cultivated that you can't help but learn, you know, and as, you know, a regular American kid raised on like cheddar cheese and you know, Disney, it's it's great to learn that you know, beautiful church over there is not Magic Kingdom. You know, no, I don't work with the idea of like having a specific message, although I'm sure you could listen to the album and say, these songs are all about love, but they're not about being in love with a person. It's about the idea of feeling love and expanding it, how to share energy or what have you. I don't know what that means. But, but no, there's essentially the main thing that I realized that I was doing, that I was excited about when I started making this album was that I was not writing any songs from anger. And a lot of my old music, was music for me became a place where I was releasing a certain amount of angst or anxiety, you know, because of the fight that it would take to make the music I wanted to, and to hear that music represented through the medium, what have you. There was a lot of angst in how what I was saying once I finally reached, you know, the microphone and the edge of the music and all of this, you know. I like a lot of energy. I think my past music was more violent. I think this has a lot of energy and a lot of edge, but there's a less violent streak within it. And I see this music as a greater representation of who I am, rather than just an expression of how I feel or how I felt at a moment. Yeah, it's more rounded.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles.
And out of the sun's gates come little girls in dresses of fire, wearing pigtails of braided smoke which stem from their moon-cratered scalps, the glowing seeds of a nightly garden that will blossom into full moons, irregardless of the sun. Hello, Paulette. I'm done.